Hey students, a real quick periodic table update. We're going to add a couple of things. This is done in class this week if you're there, but if you're not in class for any reason, that's cool. You can just catch up here. You will need 3 colored pencils and that should cover it, okay? So the very first thing is we're going to check and make sure that we have everything that I currently have on our periodic table because this is everything we should have had. So if you don't have that, go ahead and hit pause, make sure your groups are on there, periods are on there. Now we're ready to add some stuff that we're adding this week. So our first focus is our division between our metals and non-metals. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit here. And our dividing line is right here. That's a rough looking line, but it'll work. All right. And then there. And then here. All right. And it looks like a nice little stair-step line as we go down this. Okay. Please be careful when you're coloring this in and doing this that you're not messing up any of the atomic masses. The atomic masses are these little ditties right down here. So please make sure that you can still read those. Mine is going to be a little rough. I'm going to have to move my lines eventually. All right. And then finish it off just like this. This is our dividing line between metals and non-metals. So what we're going to do here, blow this up just a little bit. On this side of the line, we're going to have metals. I should probably make that a little tinier. All right. We're going to have metals. These are metals on this side of the line. So on that side of this stair-step line, this other side, this is our non-metals. And we can go ahead and put it right in here because these two boxes or these boxes, because we don't really use these elements down here. They do exist, but we're just not going to use them. So that's the first thing, our dividing line between metals and non-metals. All right, our next piece, this is where our colored pencils come in. I'm also going to erase that little highlighter that I used there. All right, now this is where, like I said, our colored pencils are going to come in here and we're going to do some coloring. And the reason we use colored pencils is because we don't want it to bleed through to the backside. So really, definitely don't use Sharpie. You could use markers if they're lighter colors, but it's really going to bleed through and we really don't want that. So if you need to wait to do this in class, you can totally do that. All right, so here we go. We are going to color. We're going to start by coloring right over here. And we're actually going to divide hydrogen in half. Let me see how big my marker is there. That's kind of big. Let's make this smaller for right now. But we're going to divide hydrogen in half. All right. And then we'll color this in here. All right. And then we can get a little thicker. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to color all of this in. So all the way down. And this is going to go all the way over to here. And we're going to color all of this in. Hopefully you're better at staying within the lines than I am. Miss Griffith struggles with this just a little bit, but it's okay. All right. So we're doing some coloring right here. All right, remember colored pencils. Hopefully you can stay within the lines a little better than I can. All right. Boop. All right, and then we're going to move over here. I'll zoom out in just a couple seconds. All right. All right, we got zinc. We got silver. All right. And then we're going to do all of group 13 minus boron. All right. And that's what we should be coloring in right there. Hopefully yours looks a little like that. Okay. And then this is going to be a little bit different, but I want you using your colored pencil. Hopefully you've got a colored pencil here. We're going to go and color in about 1/3 of this. All right, because we're going to put the instructions on how to do this right here a little bit later. Okay? All right, so I don't know if you can hear my dogs in the background, but they're going nuts. I'm going to have to check on them in a couple seconds. Okay. So now that's our first color. We're going to do the same thing with our second color, except we're going to obviously not color the same elements. This one is going to be the rest of our metals, basically. So we're going to go starting right here with titanium. kind of on over, all the way to copper, then down. All right. Oh man, I made a mistake and got too far in there. Oh man, hopefully you guys are better at staying in the lines than I am. Like I said, this is tough. All right, I thought the Apple Pencil would help me, but it's really kind of not. All right, so we're coloring in all of this right here. All right. And again, if you're in class this week, you should do this in class, so no stress. But just in case you're at home this week or, you know, just not in class, that's cool, no stress. Here we go. We're just doing some color in here. And again, if you don't have colored pencils at home, you can totally grab them when we get to school. All right. Okay, so we're coloring in all of those guys. We're basically coloring in the rest of our metals. Okay, so doing that little ditty there. Anything that's left as a metal, we're going to color that in. All right. Getting a little sloppy there, but it's cool. Okay. All right, and the last thing that we're going to color in with that same color is we're going to color uranium in. Technically, all these guys down here should be this green color or whatever your color you're coloring right now, but I'm only going to use uranium, so no need to stress about that. And so then we're going to finish off with our little box here. Again, making it about a third, right? Because we got the yellow one making it a third and then the green one. All right, so far so good. We're going to add stuff in those boxes next week, so don't fret. Just for right now, we're just doing the coloring portion. Okay? And so last but not least, oh yeah, we'll go pink. Let's go a different color. Let's go, how about a little brown there? Okay, so now we're going to color anything basically to the right of that stair-step line as well as the rest of hydrogen. So I'm going to start with that because I need to make this just a touch smaller so I can color it in. All right, let's shoot for there. All right. Okay. So we're getting our coloring in here. All right, we got our hydrogen colored in, and now we're going to do anything to the right of this here. All right. And so we're coloring all these guys in here. Okay. Make this a little bigger, otherwise that's going to take me forever. Okay. So just doing some good old-fashioned coloring here. Alright. Same thing. Alright, keep on coloring it in. If you want to make sounds, that totally works out too, you know. Helps me make sure I stay within the lines, right? Or something like that. Okay. All right, and so this is our last one there. So our finished product should look a little like this, and then we'll put this over here, a little box, just like we did with the green one, and we'll put our instructions over here next week. Okay? Awesome. Okay, hope that helps. See you next time.